Hey, welcome back to Platform. It's the start of the month, which means it's the time where we give you our 5 picks of books which are coming out that month and then give you the chance to win all 5. So these are the books we're going to be talking about this month. Let's crack on with it. Okay, let's start with this debut, which is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. Now this is about a girl called Maddie who is 17 and she is allergic to absolutely everything in the world, which means that she is literally stuck inside, very isolated and really lonely, until a new family moves next door and she meets a new guy called Ollie. It is a really beautiful, heart-wrenching, captivating story from the very beginning, and it's told in this really interesting way through diary entries and lists and doodles, and they actually include the doodles within the book, so it's got all these really gorgeous little illustrations within it, which just make it really unique, and it's got a really big twist. Next up, we've got this really cool Fashionable Craft book by Camilla Morton. Camilla Morton is a fashion journalist and she wrote How to Walk in High Heels, and she's teamed up with loads of her friends that work at really iconic brands like Topshop, Charlotte Olympia, Matthew Williamson, Paul Smith, to bring you a set of these tutorials for how to make some of their really cool products. So there's ideas for how to do biscuits, cupcakes, how to make bags and t-shirts, and they're all given to you in these step-by-step instructions and photographed in this beautiful way. Next up, we have Nemesis, One Man and the Battle for Rio by Misha, Glenny. Now this is the true story of Nem, who rises to the top of Rio's drug empire. Now although he was born in the favelas, he actually started off with just a really normal job, but his daughter unfortunately becomes ill and he turns to crime in order to pay her medical bills. And that is why it's described as Breaking Bad meets City of God, which is an incredibly accurate kind of nutshell description. Now Misha spends hours and hours interviewing them in order to be able to get to know him and tell his story, and he does an incredible job of transporting you into the favelas and really making you feel like you're there. He also interweaves the stories of the policemen and the politicians to really paint a rounded picture. It's one of those books that when you're reading it you feel like there is no way that it can be true, but it actually is. Next up, we have The Sartorialist Volume 3 by Scott Schuman. Scott Schuman is an amazing photographer who's really known for being like the pioneer of street style. His blog, The Sartorialist, which I'm sure a lot of you will be familiar with, is now 10 years old. So this is really an epic collection of beautiful photos from all around the world. He started off in New York, but this covers everywhere from India, Paris, Milan. So if you want a little bit of fashion inspiration, this is one you're definitely going to want to check out. Next up, we have When We Were Animals by Joshua Gaylord. Now this is set in a world when children reach a certain age, they run absolutely wild at night and all the adults lock themselves in and turn a blind eye to their behaviour. It's told from the perspective of Lumen, who's a young girl who's absolutely determined to resist what's going on with her peers. She's a really fascinating and interesting character. The book is almost poetic in places, it's so well written, and there's a lot of revelations that happen as it unfolds, and it has a pretty dramatic ending. So that's it, those are our platform picks for September. If you want to win all 5 books that we mentioned in this video, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment letting us know which one you'd most like to read. That's it from me, and I'll see you next week.